Let's compare Matt Smith, the 11th Doctor, sitting beside Amy, reminiscing, having gone through all these experiences with her, and just saying goodbye and thank you for the journey and enjoyed every second of it and it was wonderful and live your life, love Rory, be happy.
So sweet and so sad.
Doing it with dignity. It wasn't, I can do so much more! So much more! This is how you take a bow with dignity without throwing a tantrum. I have a theory. This is going to piss some people off.
What is it?
What if the 10th Doctor wasn't actually the Doctor? What if he was actually the Master? And what if the Master was actually supposed to be the Doctor? I know it doesn't work like this. Just go with me. It would explain so much. The Master never felt like he belonged. But it would explain the Doctor's arrogance. It would explain the 10th Doctor's penchant for volatility, lashing out, yelling. Would the Doctor have said to Granddad, when the Granddad said, just go, I'm nobody. He's like, of course not, you're not remotely important. And I could do so much more, and throw on everything. And then the last words, I don't want to go. The Doctor would never say that. The Master would. Because the Master is so in love with himself. And I've said, for all those seasons with Tennant, that Tennant's Doctor was his own biggest fan. Who else would be their own biggest fan besides the Master? It would explain why the other Master, the Doctor, resented him so much. He wouldn't know why, because his mind was messed up, but he would just have this subconscious resentment of the Doctor because they were switched. But just then though, because they were, I understand they were friends since they were kids. That means other Doctors were the Doctor. I know this doesn't make any sense outside the capsule of it. I get that. It's just a fun theory I thought of. I think it was making ramen in the kitchen the other night, and I'm just like, because I was like, why is Tennant's Doctor so abrasive and just didn't feel like the Doctor? He never felt like the archetype of the Doctor to me. To this day, I don't get why people revere him so much, other than, like I said, he's cute and or you were 5. Or both, and that's fine. But I'm going to get such hate in the comments because people are going to take it too literally and you know what you're talking about. Of course I don't know what I'm talking about. That's why it's a theory. That's always a cool thing to think about. What if? A cool what if. It would make the Doctor Master tolerable. Because he was the Master the whole time. That's why it's like when he goes to Granddad and says, it would be my honor. Because he's the Master, he's like, oh, I have to be the Doctor. Because if you're the Master and you're doomed already, you're already doomed. It would explain Waters of Mars. That whole idea that the Doctor, your Master, is showing. When he goes full on, I've saved a bunch of little people before, but never anyone as important as you, to Adelaide. And I was like, little people. When he went full Master, because that's when the veil slipped. That's who he's been the entire time. He's always been this person because he is the Master. Johnson has always been out of loop with himself because he is the Doctor. And somehow their personalities or consciousness got switched.
Leave comments on what you think of that.
This is going to be an outtake. I'm going to pull this one out as an outtake. I was going to do a separate video on it, but it kind of fit here with how, when I saw it, Matt Smith went out with dignity. This is how, if this was the last episode for Matt Smith, He's going to regenerate and go to the new doctor. This is how the doctor would go out. Like Eccleston went out with dignity. He wasn't throwing a tantrum, and being a Tennant was emotional and volatile and very arrogant and very self-centered. And I have a hard time believing that David Tennant's portrayal of the Doctor was actually the Doctor. So I thought to myself, well, maybe he wasn't. Maybe it was my theory the entire time. So, yeah.
The whole of history could change. The future of the human race. No one should have that much power.
Tough. I've done this sort of thing before. In small ways, save some little people. But never someone as important as you. Oh, I'm good. I'm the winner. That's who I am. The Time Lord victorious.
I don't care who you are. The Time Lord Victorious is wrong.
That's for me to decide.
It's my honor.
Well, exactly. Look at you. Not remotely important. But this is what I get. My reward. But it's not fair! I don't want to go.